One concern that Mominul will have as our Jayad still struggles to find that perfect line and length is that he's not looked like bowling in the areas where he can get that wicket. He's not looked to swing that ball to shape away or get it sharp into the right-hander's pads. That consistency hasn't been there. Delightful. Admirable. And that's another boundary. Tolzari Joseph. 3-1-3 for 6.
ইন্টারনেটের শক্তিতে পরিবর্তন আনা চাইলেই সম্ভব। গ্রামীণ ফোন।
আনারসের দারুণ স্বাদে বিস ক্লাব দিচ্ছে ফ্রুট ফান ক্রিম বিস্কুট। ভালো খান, ভালো থাকুন। কিছু সম্পর্কে মিষ্টি ম্যাজিক বলিয়ে দেয় দূরত্বের লেয়ার, ঠিক যেমন দুধ আর চকলেটে একাকার হয়ে ওঠা ব্রাউন লেয়ার। সম্পর্কের মিষ্টি ম্যাজিক এলো দারুণ মশলাগুলোর এক্সাইটিং মিশ্রণে তৈরি ম্যাগি মশালা ব্লাস্ট।
লাইফে ব্লাস্ট 2 মিনিট জাস্ট।
ম্যাগি খুশি রেসিপি
ফ্রম নেসলে।
Last ball of that previous over was a thing of beauty. Straight lines of the bat. And the balance.
No.
A lot of guys who know much more about batting than I do, and you know more about batting than I do, is that when you're able to hold your pose, it says something about your balance.
Miraj, come on, Miraj!
Look at that elbow. And you know it that you've hit it perfectly well. It's one thing of receiving a half volley. The other is negotiating it to perfection along the ground, getting it to the boundary. You might hit a 6, Besh, but the joy of feeling the ball hitting the middle part of the bat with your balance perfect, leaning just head over the ball and hitting a boundary along the ground, a cover drive or an on drive. That delight, that satisfaction as a batsman is unparalleled.
And the conversations between Joseph and De Silva really need to be about Alzari. Yes, the shots are good, but we need to spend as long as we can out here not giving it away. If we get a good one, we get a good one. A delivery, that is. No one at point, so not for the first time we've seen De Silva play the shot this morning. It's become part of the repertoire of so many young players. 317 to 6.
এইটা নেন। তোমাদেরকে লেবুর গুরুত্বটাই বোঝাতে পারলাম না।
ত্বকের জন্য লেবু যে কতটা গুরুত্বপূর্ণ তা বুঝেই আমরা মেরিল পেট্রোলিয়াম জেলিকে তৈরি করেছি লেবুর নির্যাস আর ভিটামিন সির গুণ দিয়ে। তাই ত্বকের সম্পূর্ণ সুরক্ষায় ভরসা রাখুন শুধু মেরিল পেট্রোলিয়াম জেলিতেই।
10-12 বছর ধইরা পাম্পের কাজই করতেছি। বাজারে কত পাম্পই তো দেখলাম, কিন্তু আমি কমু আরএফএলই সেরা। কারণ আরএফএল পাম্পে ইম্পেরিয়াল মসৃণ ও রিবিটেড টাইপ হওয়ায় পানির প্রবাহ থাকে মেলা। নিজের কষ্টের টাকায় বাড়ি বানাইতেছেন, তাই কিনবেন যখন ভালো পাম্পটাই কিনেন। আরএফএল ওয়াটার পাম্প অন করলেই পানির তুফান।
He's got great control over his strokes, Joshua De Silva. Yes, it's a premeditated stroke, but perfectly placed.
I like this about the batting, and German folks watching wherever you are in the world about Joseph's batting. I want to see Cornwall with the same approach, Jumel Warrican with the similar approach, not to be ultra defensive, but to be sensible. But as I've said before, I think it's a big year for Alzari Joseph with the ball. His primary job is with the ball. I think it's a year where I would like to see him start getting 5-wicket hauls in Test cricket. Bowling match-winning spells, because he's been around the international scene. You remember him, folks, in Bangladesh, winning, helping the West Indies win the World Cup on this very ground back in 2016. Talked about that ad infinitum. First time I saw him playing that under-19 tournament, I thought a West Indian bowler in the making, almost immediately. He's had his injuries, we all have, but this is the year that I want to see him take a hold of his future with the ball. Two of them, in fact. I guess this part. Partnership. It's already into this 51 runs. That they've already built up. Just gives that comfort to the dressing room. They're too solid. Players are packing out there for the West Indies. The calm will be there in the dressing room. Three spinners and Abu Jaid. Five boundaries conceded by Abu Jaid in 6 overs so far today. Good batsmanship. 321 for 6.
যে কোনো সময় যে কোনো জায়গায় ব্যাংক থেকে বিকাশে অ্যাড মানি করুন কোনো খরচ ছাড়াই। দেশের সবচেয়ে বেশি সংখ্যক ব্যাংক থেকে নিমেষে টাকা বিকাশে।
কসকো ডিটারজেন্ট পাউডারের জিরো টলারেন্স, কাপড়ের গভীরে গিয়ে কঠিন দাগ ময়লা নিমেষেই করে পরিষ্কার, কাপড়ে করে তোলে নতুন মতো উজ্জ্বল।
কাপড় পরিষ্কার তো মনও পরিষ্কার।
কসকো হোয়াইট ওয়াশার সুপার ওয়াশের এক্সট্রা পাওয়ার কাপড়ে আনে নতুন চমক। কসকো
কোয়ালিটি আর টেস্টে ভরসা একটাই, বিস ক্লাব ড্রাই কেক। যে কোনো সময় যে কোনো জায়গায় ব্যাংক থেকে বিকাশে অ্যাড মানি করুন কোনো খরচ ছাড়াই। দেশের সবচেয়ে বেশি সংখ্যক ব্যাংক থেকে নিমেষে টাকা আনুন বিকাশে।
He can sense Abu Jayed's frustration so far this morning. His reaction at the end of the over told me a little bit about his mindset, and I understand. Look at him here. He wants to slap the bail off because he's frustrated with himself. It happens. He's been around long enough at domestic level anyway. A lot of domestic cricket under his belt, so there are days like these. His rhythm engine might be lacking or something. He's got to fight through it and keep it simple.
Yeah, it's rhythm. As Mehdi Hassan is replaced by Naeem Hassan. It's all about the rhythm, Bish. You would know that. For any slow bowler or seam bowler, especially for a fast bowler to run in, it's not an easy job. For a fast bowler running in and not find his rhythm and still bowl the ball in the right area, it's extremely difficult. Abu Jayed has struggled with it.
Good start. One of the things the Hawkeye young men downstairs have been keeping an eye on is something they came up with. It's not my idea. What they call the danger zone, playing against a spinner. With a spin, something that Joshua Da Silva has done well is meeting the ball outside of the danger zone when you play forward or when you play back. When you get in trouble is when you're sort of in that red area, that danger zone area. They're saying you can bat pad it or edge it. I'm not saying that you're completely safe in the danger zone, but the percentages are played better outside either side of that red area. More runs for Da Silva. Everything that he touches today is turning to gold.
Just that assurance, that positivity in the footwork for Joshua Da Silva has helped him get to a 70 and keep growing from here on.
It's interesting, Anjan, because he on the back of a good first-class season and a good Super 50 tournament a while ago, 1920, domestically, and he can open the batting. He's opened the batting specifically when former West Indies wicketkeeper batsman Dinesh Randin was absent. So he can bat in the top order. We saw him in the ODIs, not to great success. He really has put Shane Dorich, usually the incumbent, to the back burner. 3-2-5 for 6.
একটা তোমার আরেকটা ভাইয়া স্কুল থেকে ফিরলে দিবে। আমারটাও
আমাদের সাথে আপনার সম্পর্কটা হোক এমন ভরসার। সিটি ব্যাংক, 3 প্রজন্ম ধরে আপনার ভরসার ব্যাংক।
তোমরা গ্রুপ ডিসকাশন করো, আমি আসছি।
আর কত
বাঁচাতে পারবি কেউ?
রুচি বারবিকিউ।
অনলাইন কি অফলাইন সবই এখন জমবে ফাইন। অতুলনীয় স্বাদে রুচি বারবিকিউ চানাচুর।
থ্যাংক ইউ ফর রুচি বারবিকিউ।
ক্ষুধার আগুন নেভাতে মজাদার স্বাদে অল টাইম ফ্যামিলি কেক। ক্ষুধাকে গুড বাই।
Still Abu Jayed. It's good to back your fast bowler. Tell him that you depend on him. It's nice that Captain Mominul is on mid-on. He's always around his bowler.
Yeah, we talked about that danger area. Now, De Silva hasn't had it his own way because on numerous occasions, particularly against Taiju, the ball has hit the inside edge. Taiju has used the crease very well, even against the off spin. There are times when it's found the inner half of his bat, where there's a gap at times between bat and pad. So it's been a challenge, Anjum, for him, one that he's battled against the difficulties and the guile and wiles of the bowlers.
We showed a little package of that batting outside the danger zone or batting way back into his crease for Joshua De Silva. The very fact that, just to relate to the fact that he's missing and he's playing inside the line of the ball or outside the line of the ball. Sometimes as batters, you try to go too far out or too far back just to show positivity in your footwork. It's good if you can manage to still control and play on top of the ball. But the problem happens if you try doing that way too often. Because if you don't have that balance in that position that you want to defend the ball, then you can offer a catch to the close-in fielder, silly mid-off, forward short leg. Joshua De Silva was fortunate. He didn't have many close-in men today when the spinners were operating. But it's a good ploy as long as you can counter the turn. See where his bat is finishing. Still ahead of his pad. Good. That's easy. It was way too short. When you start meeting the ball, the dots on the right side, the middle of the screen, when you start meeting the ball so very far out ahead of your pad,
Maybe lunch after this. Eye on the umpires, and that's it. A very well played session by the West Indies and Joseph and De Silva. And Kumabana played a wonderful hand